Hi everybody, it's Andrew Ainsworth Golf Academy. As always, a very warm welcome. Thanks for checking out the video today. My video today is all about another Ping latest introduction. I posted a video yesterday, I think it was, on the new Ping i500 Forged. If you haven't checked that out, I'll post some links up there, and at the end of the video I'll post another link. I urge you to go and watch that one. Really interesting club. Today's the turn of this one. This is the Ping i210, which is produced should I say, this has replaced the i200, which, believe it or not, has been out around about 18 months. And I think what they've done here is they've taken the i200 concept and just tweaked it a little bit. They've done some additions, they've improved certain areas of it. The biggest thing that they've changed is this. This at the back of the club is the elastomer insert. I'm just running my finger along here. And the purpose of this soft elastomer insert is really to create more feel, to make it feel softer at impact. That's what they're really going after. I've just got some shots here off the Ping website, and obviously you can go and check all this out yourself. There's a huge amount of information which I'm not going to bore you with too much. But feel's the big thing. Loft on this 7-iron is 33 degrees. Compare that to the i500, which is 30.5, I believe, from memory. So it's a more what we'd call honest player's loft at 33 degrees. I kind of like that. I kind of know where I am with a 7-iron. That's around about 33, 34 degrees. So it's not being billed as a big distance club. I think it's more of a precision iron. It's certainly got some forgiveness built into it. Okay, you know, it is a cavity back. I'm not going to lie to you, it's not got the same sort of forgiveness as a G400 or a G700, but if you're a golfer who's a pretty good ball striker but is looking for something nice and compact with not a huge amount of offset. Remember, the offset is this, when we talk about offset, we're looking at sort of from the leading edge of the club down here. This is the sort of offset, and generally speaking, the more a club becomes more game improvement, they tend to set the leading edge a little bit further back, creating a bit more offset, which in theory helps keep the club face a little bit squarer, giving you straighter shots. With more players' irons, they tend to take some of that offset off, because that's what better players, in inverted commas, like. Always a difficult one. People often say to me, you know, what sort of handicap golfer would this club suit? It's a tough one, really. You know, I've fitted the i200 to guys and girls playing off mid-teen handicaps who are just really good ball strikers. If you're struggling for strike, if you're looking for a club which is going to give you much more forgiveness when your off-centre hits, then this may not be the club for you. But as always, have an open mind with these things. Go and try it. What else can I tell you about? Let's just scroll down a little bit down this menu, see what else Ping can tell us. They're really going after this feel. They're calling this buttery feel. Got to admit, it's not an expression I'm too keen on. Soft feel would work for me, but hey, buttery's a good way of describing it. We all know that butter's soft, so why not use that as a term, I guess. The activated elastomer insert, okay, is much bigger in volume and 50% softer, I'm guessing, compared to the i200, creating 25% more face contact, ensuring a pure feel at impact, whilst also returning more energy to the ball. Okay, more face contact again on here, 25% more contact, it's saying, increased premier weighting, premium look. We're using this Hydra Pearl Finish 2.0, which is on the new i500 and the i2010. It's a very premium sort of shimmery look to it, and I think it will just hold its looks a little bit longer. One of the criticisms of the G400 iron finish was it did tend to get knocked up a little bit, you know, with bag clatter and things like that. So hopefully these will hold the looks for quite a long time, because they are a beautiful looking golf club. I'm just trying to scroll down here and get you some specs up. So let's bring this up on the screen. So what we've got here is we've got 3 different loft opportunities, I believe. No, we haven't. We've got 2. Okay, we've got standard loft and we've got the power spec loft. In the i500s, they also offer retro loft, which is an even more lofted version. So if we scroll down to the 7-iron, we can see 33 degrees in the standard loft, and in the power spec you can have those cranked up 1.5 degrees, or down 1.5 degrees, whichever way you look at it, down to 31.5. So if you're looking for that little bit of extra distance, or if you're quite a high ball hitter, you want to launch it a bit lower, Ping will customize these lofts for you. We're trying not to create the gaps too big as you get into the shorter irons. 45 degrees on the pitching wedge on the standard spec, which sets up nicely, doesn't it, for a gap wedge at around about 50. Shaft options, we have a plenty. Let's bring you up some shaft details. We've just got so many shafts to play with here. I'll scroll down, I'll pick out a few. The new Dynamic Gold 120, available in stiff and extra stiff, also available in the 105 weight. We've got the graphite. Can't see too many people fitting graphite into this, but you never know. The stock AWT shaft comes in regular, stiff and extra stiff. KBS Tour, I'm not going to go through all of these. Let me just scroll down a little bit more for you. We've got the Pro Modus, really good shaft, Project X, Dynamic Gold. We have got a lot of choices that we can fit with. And at my fitting centre here in Tring, in Hertfordshire, England, I carry all the shafts so that I can really give a comprehensive fitting. Grips, Tour Velvet grip coming up as standard. Also Tour Velvet cord can be offered on there. So there we go. What remains for me to do now is to switch around and start hitting some of these shots and see how this club performs. Let's do that. Okay everybody, time to give this Ping i210 iron a hit. Looks wise, I love it. It appeals to me. I love the look of it. I like the size of the head. I like the lack of offset on it. Got to admit, from above it doesn't look dissimilar from the i200s, but people are going to say to me, you know, if you've got the i200s, would you change to the i210? My gut feeling is probably not, but before we make that decision, let's give it a hit, shall we? Where am I? I'm just out on the practice range today, set a green about 160 yards away, set the greens to soft, and I've got Pro V1 golf balls on the deck. Let's give this a little hit and see what we think. A little bit of a push to start with, drop one on the inside and pushed it out to the right. It's hit target. It wasn't a great strike by any stretch of the imagination, that one, but we'll dig in there and we'll get you some data. Swing speed of around about 82 miles an hour, so not quite up to full tilt. Like the launch angle, 21, 22 degrees. I would normally launch some of the power 7 irons down at sort of 19-ish. Kind of like this idea of the ball flying a little bit higher. 155 carry, 5,600 revs of spin. As you saw there, that ball's landing pretty softly on the deck. This is not going to be a power 7 iron. I wouldn't expect to carry this tops maybe 160. That's what I'd be looking for because of the loft. It's a proper lofted 7 iron, this. Fraction heavy, but pretty good result. In fact, very nice result. That's landed again quite softly. There's that carry distance coming in. That's what I predicted. 157 carry, club speed up a couple of miles an hour. Spin rate, I'm looking like to get this up around about the 6,000 revs of spin ideally with the 7 iron, so I've got some real control when the ball's landing. It's a nice club. How much nicer is it than the i200? I don't know. I'd have to do a comparison, I think, side by side, because I can't quite remember how the i200 performed or felt. So there's another video coming up. It's very, very good. I think it's a club which is going to offer lots to lots of different golfers. Let's hit one more, kind of getting a little bit to a point where I'm enjoying hitting this one. Oh, I didn't tell you what shaft I've got fitted. I put the Project X LZ in here. It's a 6.0, it's a fairly stiff, and it's 120 grams. It's a standard length, standard lie. Should we lean on one? Should we go after one a little bit and see what happens? Oh, it's extremely thin. That's testing out. Oh, thought I'd hold one. Just proves you sometimes that a good strike isn't always the way to get the ball close. I hit that so, I don't know if you'll see this on camera, but I caught that way low in the face. That's proving how forgiving this club is, isn't it? You can see the ball flight's gone a little bit lower as I've caught it a bit thin. See the launch come down to 17. Spin stayed up at 6.1, 83, 157, and that nearly landed in the hole. So impressive. So there we have it, the Ping i210 iron. What do we think of it to sum up with? I think it's a very good iron. It's very solid, the feel's great. There's enough forgiveness in here for a lot of golfers to enjoy it. As you saw in my last shot there, you can get away with some mishits. Even if you catch it a bit thin or a bit thick, there's enough there to help. It's going to appeal to the golfer who wants something classic looking, compact, minimal offset, and performs and does feel soft. I'm not going to say the word buttery, I'm just going to call it soft. Thanks for watching the video. I've enjoyed doing it. Post your comments down below. Let me know if you've tried this club or thinking of trying it, if you've used the i200s or previous models, and we can have a discussion. I'll try and answer as many questions as you can. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up please, it helps me out no end, and I'll be back soon with some more reviews. All the best, bye for now.